G'day, JohnCanny here. Well, I've gone and done it, okay? I'm going to sell my Cub Camper. Not that there's anything wrong with this camper, it's a great Australian-made camper, love it. But I've gone for a different style of camper, which I think will suit my travelling a little bit better than this. It's a brand new second-hand camper. So this camper is 2 years old and it has never been used. The guy who bought it never took it out of his garage once he bought it. So it is absolutely brand spanking new, but it's 2 years old. So I think there's actually an update to this model with this manufacturer. Obviously you've seen what it is on the thumbnail, but I'm going to take it out on my first trip now and we'll see what I think of it. Hopefully I've made a big stuff up and got rid of my beloved Cub Camper. So we're having a wonderful little camping trip. This is the first try out of this van. We've been here a couple of days, so it's a good chance now to give you my first impressions of what I think of this Patriot van. And did I buy a big mistake by swapping from the Cub Camper to this? Let's find out. So okay, we've got some latches here at the back, and these latches are pretty interesting. They're got a little anti-vibration clip on them, which I'm trying to figure out here how it works. Ah, there it is, got it. Push this end up. Now I should be locking that in there, but I haven't realised that at this stage, so I've gone straight to the other end where I'm fiddling with that clip again until I work out how they go. Push that one up and this is what just locks in quite simply. So, okay, first lesson, lock the other end in properly before you push it up. That's it. Zipped up at the back. As I said, I'm learning everything here. Now this is a hexacore they call it. It's a lightweight tough fabric. So it should be pretty light. Okay, so it's coming out. Oh, just have a quick look around at where we are. What a beautiful spot, right on the river. Now, all of the legs or arms are tucked up in there. So this is a short one that goes behind the spare wheel, apparently, and just fits in there, and the spare wheel just comes back and locks that into place. Just keep in mind I've never done this, I have no idea how to do it before this day. So come around. Other leg out. Now they've got guy ropes for all of these posts and tie down, and it's quite a clever idea because they're all tucked up in a little pouch there. Now, okay, so the awning up and there's a spreader pole to go in. So I'm just around the back looking for the spreader pole. Okay, so I've got a few poles here. I'm not sure which is the right one. Look at these, they don't look like they're the right one. No, so as it turns out, it seems to be that the spreader pole that's supposed to go between there is actually missing, so that's something I'm going to have to sort out later. Okay, so firstly you saw me putting up the annex, and I've been very happy with the annex. It's been secure in the wind, easy to put up, lightweight, terrific, no problem. So the annex has been good. So if we look at this side, which we call the passenger side, it's where all the action is from the kitchen. So I've got the kitchen here, and firstly we've got these little catches here, and they've got anti-vibration clips on them, which can be a bit tricky at first to get used to, and probably fairly unsophisticated, I would say, for a van of this quality, but they seem to work okay. So when we open up here, we've got this kitchen that seems to work really well. So if we start over this side, we've got this nice little Dometic gas stove, which we haven't used yet, but it looks great. And it's on a little ram there that now enables it to sort of push back in. No locking needed on that one. We've got a nice drawer up here, which is overcrowded at the moment because we haven't kind of worked out all the places we're going to put stuff yet. So that's got to happen. Nice big drawer here. Oop, still working out how the catches go. And that's, we've got things like, you know, bottles of olive oil and coffee and things in there. So that's great. And up the top here, another one with cups and different things. Nice shelf up here to put things on as well once the awning is up. The awning, of course, comes down on there, but once it's up, it's a nice little dry shelf up there, which we've used. And here we've got the, I guess, the brains of it, where it all works from. So we've got this great little Red Arc battery management system here. We've got the airbags, suspension here, which are operated from here, and some power outlets and whatnot. And up here, of course, this Webasto hot water service, which I'll show you around the front. And I've got to say, I've probably left Swags and went to a camper van probably about 5 years ago now. And when I got that first camper van, I got a Smart Tech portable hot water service that goes with it. It's still brand new. We've never used it. Now, part of that reason is we live in Queensland, the weather's hot, half the time the water's hotter than you'd get out of the heater. But nevertheless, we've never used that hot water service. This is fantastic. It's a diesel hot water service. You just turn it on within a few minutes, you've got running hot water from the van. Terrific. Also, you can have a shower or just hose down with it. Great. It's fabulous. I love it. Never thought I would, but I do. Over here, we've got the fridge. So we've got a nice 60 litre fridge. This has got Patriot Campers written all over it. It's actually an Evercool fiberglass 60 litre fridge. Very good fridge indeed. And then come out this bit. Out comes the kitchen. Tap, hot and rolled cold running water, of course, if you turn the hot water service on. In there we've got chopping boards and things and a wet storage at the back. And here is a cutlery drawer. We've found this works really well. It's neat. I'd like these things where you can pull up by the side of the road and put down one door and you've got your kitchen there, so you can just stop and do that easily. So that's great. So that's the kitchen area. So there's also built-in lights up there that we've got, yellow lights and different things which are operated pretty simply by a button there, so that's no problem. So yeah, kitchen, great. No problem whatsoever. We come around to the front. We've got two gas bottles, one either side. Got this storage cabinet in the front. Again, it's got those same latches on it. But when we open up here, we've got, this is the hot water service. It takes a couple of litres of diesel, and I believe it runs for a long time on that diesel. So, shower this morning, we had a quick shower, just connected up to there, and stand 20 feet away, we didn't even bother to put the shower tender up. We had our bathers on, had a bit of a squirt and a bit of a wash. So plenty of room there, plenty of room up in this shelf. I've still got to find lots of things to put in here. And of course, we've got this barbecue built in here, which simply comes out like so, and then swings right around here, and we've got the barbecue out there. So fantastic as well. Unused as yet. Oh, one thing you may notice here, which was a strange accessory on this, well, maybe not so strange, but this camper van's got a radio. And in here we have a GME radio. So this, I believe, is so this can act as a base camp. If you go off in the car or whatever and you're around, or walking away. Got a base camp radio. How good is that, I suppose? Okay, so the front end of this van is pretty neat and tidy. It's got a DO35 hitch on it, which I love, of course. The dolly wheel stores up here, okay? Now, this doesn't work so well for me because when the dolly wheel's up on there, you can't open this, all right, because it impedes the travel of this. So when that's down, I won't close it now because the barbecue's out, it hits on the dolly wheel. So, look, I believe there's an upgrade to this model, and I think they've changed the dolly wheel setup, which is a good idea. Okay, we'll keep moving around. You pull up for the night, and you can just flip the top up with the electric lift on it, which is great, and you can hop into bed. No problem. That's simple to close up again. But also, you can zip on what they call this change room, which is, so normally it would come here, that bit's the automatic bit, so you've got a veranda over your back door, no problem. You can zip on this bit here, which goes right through to there as a change room, and it gives you a great space. We'll have a quick look inside there in a minute, for changing, for privacy, for whatever. It can't stay on there, it's got to come off to fold up, okay? Apparently if you want to leave that on there and just fold it up, you get the soft top one where you pile it all up and put the canvas over the top. But I don't like that idea. As I said, around here we've got another gas bottle, and that's where we fill up the diesel for the diesel heater. Okay, so the next attachment we've got on this is what they call the children's room, and it attaches on the back. Again, I don't think I set this up in the dark, and I don't think I've actually set it up exactly as it should be, but I'll work that out. It zips on again. Again, you've got that kind of awkward zipping business going on. All that's fine if you're stopping for a few days or a day or so. You wouldn't want to be putting all this up, in my opinion, if you're just stopping overnight, but obviously some do. Quite a few pegs to go in around this, but nevertheless, it's all good quality canvas and it's worked really well. So we'll just go around the other side and have a look at how that works. As you can see, there's one post there. We come around here and we come to the back of the van, and the back of the van is where all the storage space is. But we've got this massive cabin in here for storage. We've just got junk chucked in there at the moment, and bags and different things, but that's where all your chairs and different bits and pieces go. There's a little compartment there which I believe has been necessitated by the stove sliding back into there, but you can keep odds and sods in there. But this is something that my wife really loves, this pantry. It's so accessible, so big and so easy. This is where we plan to keep all our food, and it's already a family favourite, so easy to get to. So that just slides in like that. Also, this here is great as a little table. If you don't want to use that and you just want to sit down and put your drinks on there for a couple of people, you can use that as a table. The tyre slides out and like so, and locks in part of the awning, so that's okay. They've got these little things on the side here they call wet boxes, which are basically just open air boxes. A box of tools in, or bag of tools in there at the moment, so you can put wet stuff or dirty stuff in there. I guess they'd get very dusty in there if there was anything important, so it's just for those sorts of things. So this just closes up pretty easily with these clips, so we do that. And once again, the awning comes right around. Now, you've seen the extent of the awning, but I'll just go back in here. I've got lots more bags of things in here that I haven't even opened. And there's an awning, I believe, extension that comes out around here, and one around the other side as well. And I think there's walls in there as well. Haven't got to those yet, but because we found this more than adequate. But if you're really wet and camping for a while, you put out this bit and you've got full coverage in and out of the change room area or the bedroom area. Okay, so let's have a look inside here. We've got the normal double doors with fly screen, and we come in here, and of course one of the things I love about this is the steps in this one. Firstly, look at these. You can climb up and down on those, and they're a bit grubby. Climb up and down on those with bare feet, and it's as comfortable as can be. Not like those rooftop tent ladders that you normally see. This folds up easily, and handrail's terrific. It means it's easy to get up. And in here, there's just absolute ton of room. I mean, you don't feel claustrophobic. You've got plenty of air ventilation each side, and a pretty good sprung mattress. So fairly happy with that. I can tell you I've been sleeping okay in there. Behind here, we've got a couple of things which we've locked down here. So don't need that, but we can open this up in here. So in here we've got this which folds down, and that's a nice little shelf to put things on. We've got these boxes for our clothes, which we've found really good, and of course behind here there is yet a door here, and inside there, well, we haven't got anything in there at the moment, but we've got a porta potty at the back, and that's on a slide that comes out, and a few odds and sods which we used. There's also an air filter up there which filters air coming in to pressurise the trailer itself, keep the dust out, so that's pretty cool as well. So there's certainly plenty of storage space in here, and yeah, we've managed to fit everything in pretty well. Now, I have to say about all this change room stuff, it's kind of a bit awkward under there, but you know, the thing is, there are compromises. This is a very small, compact unit when it's all folded up. So understanding that, you've got to understand that you're not hopping into a big caravan or even a big camper trailer. You've got a very small unit. The advantages of that, as we know, it'll go anywhere. It's really easy to tow. It's well designed, they work well. But these are some of the little compromises and convenience that you have for having a small, compact camper. Now over this side, we've got the kids' room, which is all zipped up. So you could put easy 2 beds in here, 2 singles or a double, as you can see, and that's where young Poppy has been happily sleeping. So that's it from inside. Underneath here, oh, who's that sleeping under there? We've got, obviously, fully galvanised, and we've got Cruisemaster suspension under there. Everything is well made. And these P-Core wheels, mud tyres, all of that, no problem at all. Got 155 litres of water storage in there, which is plenty for us. And of course, fire extinguisher in there, and I didn't mention, but the Max Track's on there. So that's our little camper. That first trip out, this is our 3rd night in it tonight, and I got to say, I think we're pretty happy with it. I think certainly I was happy with towing it, and I'm going to be happy with storing it. So here we are with just the change room on the back. So as you can see, we're a lot more compact now with the change room. Door on both sides. We can actually bring this out should we choose to do. It's zipped up at the moment, and it will come out as like an awning over the top here. We can bring that back tail out as an awning over the back if we wish. And we can have a look inside now and see that we've got substantial area in there. Now actually the bed's been folded back. It's how the bed folds back in there, and we've got this large area here. let's take the change room off and see what we would do for just overnight camping. Okay, so now I'm going to take the change room component off. It's a fairly easy process, I think. Just got to undo some zippers here. That one, and then start from the other side. I've disappeared, but I'm coming around because I'm unzipping the other side. Pretty easy process to put this on and off, and then I have a zipper across the front here. Now I might just fold this while I'm doing it so that I can just fold that straight up in there. Okay, so this is where you would go if you were just doing an overnight stop, and this is what probably we'll use most of the time. So the bed would fold out to about here and the ladder comes down, so you've still got a complete veranda over you, covered from the weather and whatnot. And of course you close up here with either the fly screen or the complete canvas cover as well if you want darkness. So plenty of room in there for sure, and a nice veranda to keep you out of the weather. Even if you're just, you know, stopping for a day, you can still sit under here. But you've got this magnificent awning. So now the process is to close this, and we'll do that. Like so. Oh. Something's not right there, is it? Now we've put the roof down, put the tent away, and what we've got left is the trailer and the awning. So we'll put the awning down now. We're getting smaller and smaller. Finally, here we are, we're finally packed up, and this is where we are, ready to go. This is how small the unit is. And this is what I do love about it. Okay, we'll hook up the car and see what it looks like then. So here we are, packed up, that's the rig ready to leave. Okay, and as you can see, there's not much of it.